Tell him you're happy that he's having a lesson today.
I heard that, and I'll
Why?
take
You're so nice. Thank you so much. He
Oh,
loves your classes.
yeah, we have a
Unmute
good.
so you can have privacy. Bye bye.
All right, take care. All right, I'm going to mute you, Chris, just in case people pop in. You have any questions before we carry on?
No, no, not really. I think I still do a lot of. I'm forced to still do a lot of things seated because my
Yeah,
weight just kill me. So
yeah. So if no one else shows today, we'll do maybe the whole seated series.
okay,
So okay, and I'll mute you, but you can unmute if you need to for any questions. But change the camera angle here. Okay. So starting as we do, sitting at the front edge, finding your vertical axis. And again, when you're dealing with that tendency to be dropped forward like that, it's good to, the medicine is add the opposite. So if this is where you're tending to fall, then go further than you might think so that it almost feels like you're leaning backwards, if you can, right? And then we'll just do a little breathing here, in through the nose, out through the mouth a bit. Very important element of breathing is more than just the oxygen and CO2 exchange that's happening. More than that is the fact that breathing muscles, respiratory muscles, double duty as postural muscles. So there's certain muscles in here that are involved in the expanding and compressing of breathing that if they're not good at breathing, they're also not doing their postural job, and vice versa, right? So when you breathe, think of it as a postural exercise. You're taking a big breath in and expanding, expanding, expanding as much as you can. That's why we also hold the full breath. And then out the mouth, all the way empty, squeezing those muscles, toning. And then do the opposite. Inhale, expanding. So we want to feel change. You want to change the shape to this open, expanded, lifted shape. And then change to the compressed. And so here I am, I'm exaggerating the movement, right? Like a balloon that's filling up. And then a balloon that's deflating. And you want to do that. Exaggerate the movement. Expand, and then now let's add on top of that this movement of inhale, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch your spine. And then exhale, go the other way. Slide your hands forward past your knees, hollow chest, round back. And then again, inhale, slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Big full breath. And exhale. Let's take that 3 more times. Exaggerate. Go beyond the normal range. All the way as far as you can go in that direction. Arching. Head way back, way back. And then head all. 2 more. and middle. Now, from the middle, rotations. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head. Twist to the right. And then inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Do a few more. Then we're back to center. Hang the arms loose. Change the weight to the right buttocks. Softly bow the spine to the right. Lift your left wrist, left foot, tip. And then really important, come back to middle. So crown of your head right up top. And then other side. Lean. And then again, really important, the base anchors down, the top floats up. And then we tip. And then back to middle. Crown at the top. Tip. So the tendency when we're trying to stay balanced is to grab onto the body. The Taoist challenge, the Tai Chi challenge, is to respond in the opposite way. Rather than grab on more, relax more. And that grounds us and also unleashes a buoyancy, a sort of levity in the body. So that we have less of this just kind of held, gripped, clumsy body. It's more of this like an octopus in the ocean quality. That's what a Tai Chi practitioner looks like when they're moving and flowing, and there's this freedom they have that looks like a fish in water, an octopus in water. That's how it feels. So we have to loosen and release to find freedom of movement. Let's come back to the middle. Scapular range of motion. Shoulders forward and up. Back and down. Forward and up. Again, the goal here is separating, loosening, softening, dissolving what's stuck in the tissue and joints. No matter who we are, every night we go to sleep, the body knits itself back together. So that's a big part of why sleep is important. It knits everything back together. That's also why we wake up sore. We wake up stiff. And then we got to have a practice every day that addresses it. Let's go back and up, forward and down. Back and up, forward, back, up, forward. Loosening, breathing up, round by round. So there's an accumulative benefit, round after round, layer after layer. And especially when we have a daily practice, then it really starts to accumulate. Now, pausing, bring your legs together so they're kind of out of the way of your arms. Tip forward from your hips, float your arms forward and touch the backs of your hands together. Now go out, and notice I didn't lift my hands, and then tip back, circle the arms back, around, and in. Then keep them close to the body, tip forward, bring them forward, backs of hands touch, go out, lean back, bring them around and in. See if you can get this to flow. Now we go to the second level, which is about chest height. Lift, open, turn the palms forward, float them down. Right next to your legs, forward, backs of hands touch the lid. Oh, loose. Like I said, round after round, we're cleaning off. We're feeding juice and buoyancy and fluid into these little spaces. Now the full range, all the way up, whatever your highest height is. Oh, it doesn't have to be as high as mine. It has to be appropriate to your body, whatever injuries you're working with, whatever your range is today. Oh. One more. Now reverse. We go back and out, around, in, alongside the legs. Back and out, around, in, alongside. Out to in. Then we go out and up, over top. Out and up. Out and up. Fluid movement. Out and up, and keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. Find that maximum range, whatever that is for you today, and then front. Again, out and up. Now, bend your elbow. Flare out. Step your feet hip distance again. Elbows out and up. Down, around, and in. Two more like that. Out and up. Down, around, and in. Down, out, up. In. Now, elbows back. Down, forward, up. Forward, down, back. Wait. Down, forward, up. So it's all about the mechanism, and then round by round trying to get further to the end points of each mechanism. Back, down, forward, up, down. Now, elbows flare out, left hand high, right hand low, cross, wrap. Elbows out to the side, and then cross. Side, cross. Side. And then elbows down, hands out in front. Turn your palms down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then a little faster, down, up, down, up. Freedom of movement in the forearms, maybe even a little faster. Eventually, it could be this fast. Shake a, shake a, shake a. Loosening and freeing all that space in the forearms, wrists, and bones. Now, palms face up, leave them up, hands out while the elbows stay in. Just hold that shape for a moment and notice that it induces from here in the body an unfolding and an opening. Then come back to neutral. Feel how that settles. And then elbows out and around to the front, internally rotating here. And then this part of your body folds and closes. So there's this hollowing. And then the elbows come in, there's neutral. And then the hands go out, and this opening, unfolding happens. And then neutral. And then elbows out and around. Folding and closing and internally rotating. Now see if you can make that a fluid movement of change. Just going opening, unfolding, and then closing, opening, unfold, close, fold. One more time, open, unfold. From here, step wider apart, big wide stance, and then let's go left arm up, over the rainbow, down, boom. Now just hold that shape and feel what's happening. The body is leaning a little, turning a little, and then we're closing. We're closing this space here, but this has to remain open. Now up, over top, this is called top and bottom open. Then other hand up over the top and down. This is top closing, bottom remaining open. And then up and over. And top, close, bottom open. Top and bottom open. Top, close, bottom remain open. Middle. Now up with both. Over top, cross, turn the palms down, let the arms drop between your legs and separate. Folded, closed, internally rotated. Then cross, lift. Now the body's unfolding, opening, and externally rotating. Arms all the way down to the side. And then we come up and over, other wrist on top, cross, down, release. Cross, lift, open, out to the side. A few more. Switching wrist each time. Feet hip distance, legs hip distance, arms shoulder distance, neutral. Now your wrists. So start by folding, then circling, point your fingers forward, turn your palms up. Fold, circle, point forward, turn. Circle, turn. Now over time, when you start to have a little more ability, remember this monkey paw that we practice, this gather. So as you come over with the wrist, you can add to that the gather of the fingers and just feel how this shape really opens the whole back of the hands. Really important, right? So we got to close, then roll through while closed, and then this therapeutic quality of open, and then rotate, and then fingers gather and make sure the wrist still bends. Because a lot of times when I add the hands, people do the hands and then they just turn like that. They forget the wrist. You got to create that shape there. Fold and out. Fold, out. Fold, out. Now, reverse, start the simple variation. So just the wrist. Open hands, scoop, lay the palms out, turn the palms down, drop, scoop, out, palms, drop, scoop, out. Now add the fingers. So the same gather and the wrist, scoop through, and then open. Turn. As the wrists go down, gather the hands, gather the fingers in, circle, and out. Turn. And palms up, spread together. Spread. Emphasize this idea that you're opening up the spaces between, not just here, but inside of here. There's all these little spaces that you want to open, and then you soften and let them close. And then you open, close. So it's partially the brain's ability to actually send that signal, but the mechanics, the spread and the gather, just lubricates and keeps the function up. Now, spread, claw, fist. And then open, claw, fist. Open, claw, fist. Open, claw, open. Bird beak. Thumb touch pinky, other three fingers touch thumb and pinky. Bend down. Release, bend back. Gather, bend down. Back. Back, and then finally the monkey paw. Like two little chopsticks. Down. And then back. So ideally it's this fanning. And now scoot a little bit back on the chair. Load with a flexed foot. Push. Load. Down. Other leg. Load. Push. Load. Down. Continue. Push. Now, if you want to get a little more out of this one, we add one bit where before you load, you float the foot out in front so that you're pulling it all the way, pushing all the way down. Float, pull, push, pull, down. Float it, pull, push, pull, down. Float, pull, push, pull, down, float. Down. Now, right leg extends, point and flex. Make sure you're getting that whole range. And then tilt the foot a little in, out, in, out, in. Now circle, in, point, out, flex. Reverse, out, point, in, flex, circle. And switch. Point and flex. Tilt the foot a little in, a little out. Circle. Reverse circle. Scoot to the front edge. Legs all the way together, swivel step, starting with your right leg. Lift the toes, go knee and toe out. Then heel out, knee in. Internal rotation. Toe and knee out, external rotation. Heel out, knee in, internal rotation. Toe and knee out. Walk it in. Toe and knee in, internal. Heel in, knee out, external. toe and knee in, heel in, knee out, and finish. Same leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, and then walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. Walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Both legs. 1, 2, and 3. And then in. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2. In. 1, 2, 3. Feet hip distance. Hands on knees. Sit up super tall up through the crown of your head. From the hip space, fold. As you fold, turn on the hands. So fingers point in, elbows flare out and around. And then when you finish folding, then round the back a little, drop the head a little bit. And then sit up tall, all the way tall. Turn the arms to neutral and lean back a little bit. And then sit up tall. Fold forward. As you fold, turn the fingers in, elbows out and around. Folding, rounding the back, dropping the head, and then sit up tall. Turn the hands to arms to neutral, and then tip back. Again, sit up tall and fold. Turn hands in, elbows out and around. And sit up tall. Hands, arms neutral, tip back. Now, same thing, except let's go wide stance. Dragon takes a bow. Fold from the hips. As you fold, turn those hands in. Drop right between the legs, between the arms. Drop. And then sit up. All the way up. And arms to neutral, tip back. And again, so we're sitting up, folding from the hips. And then once the hips are folded, then we allow the rib cage and torso and spine and head and neck to drop a little extra. And then sit up tall. Turn the arms to neutral, tip back. Let's do that one more time. The dragon takes a bow. Sitting up tall, the dragon stirs the sea. So from being tipped back, tip to the right, fold down to the right, turn on the hands, elbows flare out, and then dip down between the elbows, between the arms, and sweep across. Over to the left. Now stay to the left and go back, 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 and around. And then down. Elbows flare out, sweep. And back and around. One more time in this direction. And then switch directions, go the other way. Turn those hands, elbows flare, sweep through. All the way to the side. Sweep through. And around. One more. Middle, bring your feet back to hip distance. Find neutral. Now from neutral, shaking loose the heavenly pillar, which is a compound exercise. So it combines this exercise with the hip hinge. So starting, do it with me here. Elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch. From here, fold at the hips, but keep your back bent. So you keep the arch, you kind of keep looking up. the whole way, right? So see how I'm still back bended. Now that I've folded, now round and slide your hands down to your ankles and let your head drop. Now keep that rounded position as you sit up, sitting up, up, up. Now once your hips get to level, you should be in the rounded shape like I am here. Then you slide hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up. You go again to the back bend. Stay in the back bend as you fold all the way. And once you finish folding, then slide the hands and go into the rounded spine. Drop head. Then stay rounded as you sit up. Go tall through the spine. Arch. Stay in the back bend as you fold. And then sweep the hands down and round. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhaling on the way up. And exhaling. This will yield buoyancy and hydraulic support over time, especially as you loosen up those deep places of stiffness. Come all the way back up to neutral. Because if you look at the anatomy of the body, the problem with the body is that it's got layers. It's got stuff happening on the surface, but then it's got deep musculature all the way down to the level of the spine and bones. And so when those muscles are either deconditioned and weak, there's a collapse, or if they're tight, and usually there's combos of both that happening, then our inside chassis feels very clumsy and not supportive. But movements like this, they get juice flow and life force into those spaces. And then usually, especially over time, you feel like you feel roomy and spacious and buoyant and upright rather than having to hold on to keep that upright. Now, release your arms down by your side, float them out like wings. Turn your palms up, reach up to the sky. And as you reach up, chest up a little, head up a little. Now you got this position, reach your right arm higher. Touch the ceiling. And then relax that. Arms stay straight, no bend of elbow. And then breathe. And then relax. Again. Breathe. And relax. And then breathe. Couple more. One more of each. And then both at the same time, reach. Hold it, reach higher, 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 higher. Open, and then slow but buoyant so that you're just letting your arms float down. Float. Now, the usual suspect of the thoracic spine, our middle back, right? That slouch. So we want to get that to be free and natural. So we move first, take your arms back behind you and let this induce more hunchback. So go into that hunchback position. And then arms down, forward, and up. Get rid of the hunchback and actually flatten the back and create as much of a back bend as you possibly can, looking up and over top. Breathe. And we'll do that 2 more times. Arms forward, down, behind. Let this round your back a little, sends your head a little bit forward. Then arms down, forward, and up into a back bend, as much of a back bend as you can. And forward, down, back, down, then arms down. Set. Loose and hands on your thighs. Chin down. Now, important thing with the head and neck. So chin down, and then also your cervical spine, your neck down. And then that allows us to practice bringing the neck up and back first. So first you bring the neck back, then it's the head. On the way down, first it's the head, and then the neck. Then on the way up, it's neck, head. On the way down, head, neck. On the way up, neck, head. Now try a couple where you make it fluid, where it's head and neck. Neck and head. All right, we're going forward and down. Back and up. Now, the next time you go all the way back and up, now just bring the head down a little bit, but keep that feeling of you're bringing your neck back. And usually that will be more correct than what you're accustomed to, because more often than not, everyone is a little bit forward. Everyone's neck is a little forward, and especially as we get older, and especially if you got something like Parkinson's. So this neck back, getting accustomed to doing that. Now turning left and right, turn the head to your right and turn the head to your left. So stay soft and relaxed, right? So you're just seeing how far can you go in a relaxed, soft state. Then turn to your right again. You go to your edge in a soft, relaxed state and apply 2% effort to go a little further. So you try to wring out the rag a little bit, but then make sure you let go of that 2% effort and come back soft, floaty, and relaxed. Go to this edge, relaxed, and then apply that 2% effort, and then relax the 2% effort and float back across. Do that 3 more times each with that technique of soft, relaxed edge with a little effort at the end. Relax the effort, soft and relaxed. Get to that edge, apply a little effort. 2 more. Now back to middle. This slightly strange movement of chin forward. Now this is mimicking the mistake that everyone's making, the bad habit that occurs over time, this neck forward, head jutted position. And then we can train pulling away from that. So the chin staying somewhat down, but the face, like someone's pressing your face straight back, straight back, straight back, straight back, right? And then find the middle. From the middle, jut your chin and head forward, and then draw it back, and then bring it back, and then forward. Let's do a few more of those so you can get that fluid where, again, you'll notice you have to let your spine and body go with it. Body angles forward. And when you draw back, you got to let your body kind of float backwards. And then neutral, right in the middle. Now sideways. So the head drops to the side and just leave it there for a couple moments, letting that opening opening side stretch and warm. And then like a string is tied to the crown, pulls the crown straight up and off to the other side. And then straight up, off to the other side. Straight up. Now get a few fluid rounds where you're just going back and forth, clearing out what's stuck. Just really notice again, today we're doing a lot in the chair. We're doing the whole chair series. And this should be very empowering because I know that certain days, balance isn't with us or our energy is a little lower or for whatever reason, we're just more chair bound. And to realize you can get a whole body tune up from the seated position. Now back to middle and let's do those circles. Start small and get larger. So a small tip of the head right, and then chin up takes your head back. Tip the head left, tip the head forward. Right and back, left and forward. Make your circles a little larger now with every round. Circle. When your circles get larger, they should take a little longer, right? You really want to, it's like you're flossing your teeth. You don't want to miss the plaque. The whole point of the flossing of the teeth is to get the plaque out, get the debris out. So that's each of these movements. You want to be conscientious and attentive and get the junk that's in the way. Now on this last one, as you get all the way around, just hang your head in front. And then that string pulls on the crown of your head, floats your head straight up. And then you small tip of your head to the left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, and keep circling. Nice round circles. Let them get a little bigger with each round. And then remember that idea of the plaque. So go slow enough, attentive enough that you're not skipping those places where tissue could use a tune-up. Last two, make them maximum size. This last one, you come all the way around, hang your head in front, dangling there. And then that crown of head floating, floating, floating up. Now our little single whip training that we do from the chair. So remember your monkey paw. So bring your hands into the monkey paw and bring your hands up in front, right? You can see how this looks a little bit like a monkey, right? And this single whip. So now keep the hands close together and extend and retract. And keep the wrist bent. So Karen, you could get even more wrist. So a lot of times people do this and they have this, but then you want to get that so that the back of your hand is actually facing forward. So push out through the back of this wrist, right? And notice how I'm finishing through my scapula and I'm actually hollowing, right? And then retract in. Extend. Retract. Keep those wrists bent. Extend. So now stay extended the whole time. Open. Close. Open. close. 2 more. Open. Notice the wrists. Close. Open. Now stay open. Retract. Like a bird folding in the wings there. Retract all the way in. And then all the way out. All the way in. All the way. All the way in. All the way out. All the way in. Now, in, out, in, out. And notice this change that I'm making, right? It's not just, it's change, change. Now, in, extend, out, retract. In, extend, out. One more. Reverse. Out, extend. Out. Remember the wrist position the whole time. It hasn't changed. Last one. All right, standing up. Slide the feet back a little bit. Fold, loose arms, relaxed body. Stand tall and sit. Stand tall and sit. And don't sit, but Tai Chi squat. Tai Chi squat. Tai Chi squat. And now, Qigong movements. Change your weight to your right leg and then to your left leg. So from your middle pivot, you're changing. Now, as you change your weight to your right leg, reach your right arm down, left wrist like it's got a puppet string, floats up, and then change. So whichever leg you're going into, that's the arm that's going down. Change. Change. It's called left-right yin-yang. Change. 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 A few more. There's a whole family of movements inside of this little basic Shenfa mechanism method. Now what's called left-right wheel. So your high hand forward, your low hand comes a little bit back. High hand goes down as the low hand comes up like you're going to tickle your armpit. And then they change jobs. So high hand out, low hand back. And come up like you're going to tickle your armpit. And then again. Again. You're still going into the leg of whichever arm is on its way down. So you just change. And remember, shape shifting. Letting there be internal mechanism change. The sort of spinal column tipping one way and tipping the other way. And the legs changing from full to empty. And the arms windmilling. Reverse. The high hand, tickling armpit, goes down the back. The low hand comes up. Now it's back and forward, but not up, right? So this hand is forward, but it's not up yet. And then it's down and up, back and forward, down, up, back and forward. Anytime you lose this one, just come back to that idea of, okay, back and forward, down and up, back and forward, down and up, loose, relax. Now we do what's called left-right pressing palm. Bring your left hand or high hand close to the body, flat palm, press straight down as the other hand floats up like it's got on a puppet string. And then that high hand flatten, the low hand relax, press and press, press, press. Pressing palm. So big enemy for the body and brain is stasis, stuckness, stagnation. So these exercises and others like them, and you can even create your own based on these different movements. But the idea is that we're breaking up where things are getting coagulated, stuck. Final one, final variation, high hand turns over, palm up, and then it falls, called the falling leaf. So that high hand falls, the other hand floats up, and then that high hand rolls over, palm up, falling leaf. And then turn it and fall and rise, falling leaf, falling leaf. Fall. Changing leg, changing leg, changing. Both hands down. Wing, roll, fold. Settle to the belly. Hands cross. Down. Now bring your hands up, touching above your diaphragm. Open. As you open, go to your right leg. I'm going to my right leg. You going to your right leg should look opposite to me. And then bring your hands back together at the chest, throat level. Go to your left leg every time you close. Go to your right leg every time you open. And opening and closing the three basins. Middle basin, drop below the diaphragm, open, close. Extremes or getting to the ends of the range of motion. So we're going and going and going and going and going and going and ends of the range. And then going and going and going and coming all the way together. And opening and opening and opening, and don't stop until you get to the very end, and then drop the hands right in front of the groin area, open and stay at that lower level, open, 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 close, close, all the way back, open, Our last one we'll do today. Cross your right hand outside your left hand. Cross. Internally rotate here. So you turn, notice how I'm turning so my thumbs are closer to my body. And let this hollow the body. Now keep that hollowed as you lift. And just lift as high as you can, not forcing it. Now open. Big circle. And then right hand on the outside again. So the right hand's on the outside every time here. Outside, internally rotate, hollow the front, lift. Now as you open, go to your right leg. So you go to your right as I go to my right. So your right should be that way. Opening and settling. And then go to your left leg as you close, crossing, and lift. So you're in your left leg, and then go to your right leg. This would be with inhale. This would be with exhale. Inhale begins and continues. And continues, or exhale begins and continues. A couple more. It's just called opening heaven. And closing earth. Opening heaven. Go to your right leg, Marjan. Right leg when you open. So I'm going to my right, you go to your right. And then go to your left as you close. Let's do 3 more. Stay in your left leg as you begin lifting, and then go to your right. Stay in your right as the arms come down. Go to your left. Stay in your left. Go to your right. Stay in your right. Last one here. Go to your left. Stay in your left. Go to your right. Stay in your right. So that's opening heaven, closing earth. Now opening earth, go to your right leg. That would be that way for you. Right leg open and lift. Go to your right leg there. And then go to your left leg, close. Fold the hands over and dive down. Go to your right leg, open and lift. Go to your left leg, close, fold. Go to your right leg, open and lift. Left leg, close. Right leg, open and lift. Left leg, close. One more. And shogun. Settle. Seal, one hand, two hand. And then that little hand position to finish. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Any questions at all? Feel free to unmute. Otherwise, have a really great 4th of July weekend, and see you on Monday.